Could you please stop sharing?
I already stopped the sharing.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon for somebody. This is Hussam Al-Harafi, activity leader for activity 521 meetMED EU-funded project related to creating a web tool to support access to finance for users, stakeholders, on how to access finance for energy efficiency funds, financial facilities, and other facilities in the South Mediterranean countries. I would like to welcome all of you on this pilot launching of the web tool. The web tool, the official name of the web tool is meetMED Financing Navigator, Finance Navigator. And this is part of our cooperation with the Millionaire and other 8 Arab countries, the Mediterranean countries. This webinar contains of 2 parts. The first part focusing on the cooperation and the process of implementation of the navigator, also highlighting experience about synergizing between meetMED and beepMED. Finally, the final session, we will our consultant will make a training about how to use the navigator and how can the investors, individual users, how can benefit from this unique tool. This is the first tool in the let's say in Arab countries, contain of and in the one platform you can access to these funds and collect data that's benefit for any users and investors or benefit from this activity. So I will start the webinar with the opening remarks from Dr. Majid Mahmoud, Executive Director Acting, the Regional Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency. Dr. Majid, the floor is yours, please.
Good morning, dear colleagues. It's a pleasure being with you today. It's a pleasure welcoming you all from affiliated agencies in the 8 Mediterranean countries and from the consulting team and from our excellent team at Ripri and Medenair. It's a pleasure being with you today, and I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to Medenair, Ripri team, and our consultants who have actively contributed to the launch of this important tool. The navigator, Finance Navigator, is covering a wide gap that we have identified through the collaborative work with this project, and we hope that this tool would be, I would say, instrumental in bridging the gap that we have identified together. Today, I understand that the colleagues will provide a lot of information regarding how you can use this web tool, how you would benefit from accessing it. But at my end, I see this pilot launching and trainings would help us to consolidate our comprehensive effort toward, I would say, more guidance and creating more enabling environment for project owners and for actors in the field to identify where they can source the finance, how to apply, how to be eligible for different financing instruments. What are the instruments available in their own countries, and at the regional level also? What procedures should be followed? What is the application process? How to access this? And also, I'm really happy and glad that my included in this important tool elements that would help those who are new to this field, newcomers, to understand better what are the terms for finance, what are the terms that they need to take into consideration online, how to understand modalities,
The sound is not clear, Dr. Majid.
Typically were not addressed in other. I understand that. Sorry for that. Can you hear me now, Hussam?
Yes, yes.
Better?
Please. Yes, please.
Okay. So I hope that this tool will guide the owners and developer regarding energy efficiency projects mobilization to understand better how to apply for this and to align with the specified actions and modalities required from the banking sector and from the financing institutions. So please make sure that you understand well today how to use it. Please, our colleagues from different affiliated agencies and different entities in our member states and the project and beneficiary member states, please, as much as you can, promote this navigator in your communities to our different stakeholders. And if there is any update that is required at any time within the coming year and even after the project term, after meetMED project term, please let us know, and we'll be always trying to make it dynamic, responsive to the market needs. And this is our duty as RICRI in collaboration with our partners at meetMED. Again, to conclude here, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to all our affiliated agencies in this project. I mean, from RICRI and meetMED side, and I'd like to thank those who are participating today with us also outside this domain. And I look forward to a very successful training today. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Majid, for opening remarks. And we can move to Agat, for project manager of meetMED 2. So please, Agat, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Hussam, and good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending this webinar on launching on the Finance Navigator. I will just give some quick overview on the project in which this Finance Navigator is a tool developed within. So I'm Agat Lacombe. I'm the meetMED 2 project manager. The meetMED 2 project is a project implemented by RICRI and by MEDENER, Association of Energy Management Agency surrounding the Mediterranean region. So it's a project funded by the European Commission. So I see a lot of colleagues as the attendees, but maybe we have external attendees as well, which is why I explained. It's an EU-funded project aiming at fostering energy transition in the beneficiary countries that are Algeria, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Libya, Morocco, Palestine, and Tunisia. And we try to foster energy transition by deploying policy measures in terms of renewable energy and energy efficiency, especially in the building and appliances sector, but also increase public awareness and thereby fostering public and private sector investment and involvement in these two sectors. The project is being implemented by our regional network of experts that are civil servants working in the agency or in the regional center that are their role are to provide expertise to support national governments and to suggest the implementation of policy measures or different kind of tools. As per the meetMED project, its objective came from the different bottlenecks that were identified, such as the lack of regulation and norms, a gap to fill in terms of technical expertise, also to structure a bit more the market, to improve the access and visibility of finance, and to raise awareness. And by all this, we try to develop different kind of tools to make sure we reach all these objectives and go over these bottlenecks. And so we develop to give you just a focus on the online tools that we develop under the meetMED 2 project. We have a tool called MED Observer, for instance, that will serve as a big database and regional observatory of to monitor and evaluate public policies implemented in terms of energy efficiency. We have another tool that we implement that is called Priorité, which serves as a simulation. So it's a tool in which you can insert a simulation of measures that you could implement in a residential building. And through this tool, you can measure how much energy savings would you acquire by implementing different kind of measures. We have another similar tools that is being developed for schools, especially. Another tool and platform called meetMED that will serve as a self-certification labeling tool for buildings. And this very Finance Navigator tool that will be a web tool dedicated to project owners seeking visibility on funding options, which is why we are here. And I will give back the floor to my colleagues to further dive into the Finance Navigators. And thank you again for attending this.
Thank you, Agathe, very much for the comprehensive introduction and the overview of the meetMED project, including all the web tools that are included in this project. Actually, for who are new with us in meetMED webinars and workshops, the meetMED project, this is the second meetMED project funded by EU, started in 2021 and will be finalized in 2025. And it's focusing on energy efficiency in building and appliances. So I will move quickly for my presentation about the process and more identification and of the web tool itself and how we started with design this web tool and the database and so on. I will share my screen. Is it clear, Asma? Asma? Do you see my screen?
Yes, Hussam, we do.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ryan. The pilot launching and training on how to use meetMED Finance Navigator. As I said, the introduction, this tool dedicated for South Mediterranean countries, which are included Algeria, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Morocco, Palestine, and Tunisia. The objective of this tool is to provide technical support to project holders on financing energy efficiency in building and appliances, also to facilitate access to information, administrative and financing procedures for energy efficiency project and programs, make available information related to existing national, regional, and international financing schemes, and development of financial structure and financial schemes for stakeholders and owners and the project owners. Finally, inbuilt definition for each financial instrument. And in the session of training, you can see all of these details in the contained in the Finance Navigator. This is the process of implementation and methodology, how we built this navigator. We started with the database, collecting database, and the first step was comprehensive review of the funds, incentives, and financial schemes. Then we moved to consultation with South Mediterranean countries through our cooperation in the Work Package 5, because this Work Package 5 contains sub-activities. So some of activities also check with Arab countries on financial facilities, and we built on this check. Then we prepared a report on the content of the web tool and funding guide and shared with the South Mediterranean countries for review. and confirmation. Then, in parallel with this work, we worked in developing a layout design of the meetMED Finance Navigator. Then we moved to the web development work through our consultant, Wishtree. We make an announcement for for web developer firms, and announce the TOR of the web development or web developer on May 2023. Then we start working on the creation of visual design of the navigator. The next step in the work of web developer was development of the web platform and content integration. Then the final stage of web development work was search engine optimization and site analysis. The final step of the design of accomplishment of the navigator was maintenance and handover, the maintenance test and submission of maintenance policy documents. Also, our consultant prepared administrator's manual on how to use this navigator. After this, this tool will be uploaded on the website to be used by the users or any benefit from this navigator. Then we make a quality check for the database on just for check for the data entry on included in the web tool. Finally, we are now in the final stage of handover of meetMED through pilot launching in this webinar. Okay. The outcomes of meetMED Finance Navigator up to date, in just indicators and figures for this navigator, we have in these 8 countries, we have 21 funds diversified between national funds, local financial funds, international financial institutions, and United Nations programs and fund screened and listed. Also, the second outcomes of the web tool is 36 financing mechanisms, available finance options for energy efficiency. Also, this tool contains of 1 page each financial facility. Let's say we select one of the funds or one of the financial facilities included in the web tool. You can the screen will be access to 1 pager prepared for each financial option, including all necessary data, including status of the funds, website, country, source of funds, eligibility, beneficiary, and so on. Finally, the short background on and how to apply for this fund. This is the layout that will be more description by my colleague Mahek from Wishtree. And this is the outcomes of our work in this activity. We create a dynamic layout design that integrates a web tool and interactive funding guide. Also, we prepared comprehensive data of 4 green funds and financing programs with a browse tool layout that allows users to filter based on 4 sample plus 5 detailed search criteria. User-friendly interface for viewing all financing programs on a single page, downloadable as PDF and QR code for easy access to program information, a content from each finance program. Info Center also, the navigator include Info Center that hosts key document, photo, video gallery, knowledge hub with links to external sources, AI chat box, event calendar, success stories, etc. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will leave the floor to my colleague Rayan to explore more about the interlink and synergize between meetMED 2 project and meetMED project. Thank you very much.
Hello, Hussam. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's dive right into it. So I'm Rayan Murtada. I am the regional officer of meetMED, and I'm very happy to be here because I was involved in all the processes of the Financing Navigator development. I want to take the opportunity to thank the team at Recre for their excellent work, Hussam, Asma, and all the team, as well as Céline from Ecomuse, who was who proved very helpful, let's say, and the team at Wishtree, which did a great job in the development of the platform. However, I don't think that we have anyone from them with us today. So today I will be discussing about meetMED. I will take the opportunity to present meetMED, which is another program financed by the European Commission, among others, that we at meetMED synergize with. So meetMED is a financing mechanism that you will be able to find on the Finance Navigator. So this is the outline of my presentation. We will first start by discussing meetMED and presenting it. We'll look very briefly at the synergies and why we are presenting meetMED in the framework of meetMED. We will look very quickly at the eligibility criteria, and if you have any question, you will let me know. So let's first talk about what is meetMED. meetMED, it focuses on policy de-risking. You cannot see my presentation. Thank you for letting me know.
Can I share it from my side?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Great. So this is the outline. And here we are. So the meetMED project focused on policy de-risking. The policy de-risking comes through technical assistance. We work on regulatory reform, we work on energy audits, we work on capacity building for professionals, and we also develop tools. This is why we are here today, to present one of the tools we develop for the project owners, for the business, the building professionals, and all the professionals of the sector, actually. So meetMED focuses, on the other hand, meetMED focuses on financial de-risking through soft loans and grants. So we can see that both projects work well in synergy. This will be explained a bit further on another slide. There will be more collaboration that is foreseen in the next phase, let's say. So this is meetMED. The scope of meetMED targets 7 countries. We have Egypt, we have Jordan, we have Lebanon, we have Morocco, we have Palestine, we have Tunisia, and we have Algeria. So the number of beneficiaries is estimated around 15 million. We are planning to save 37 megawatt hours through meetMED. And how does it work? There is a direct grant from the EU that will cover the technical assistant part for over 6 million. This will finance technical and financial feasibility study, architectural programming, climate risk assessment, carbon footprint, etc. And we have an investment grant of 22,000 that will partially cover the extra costs generated by the energy efficiency design measures. So let's first take a look at the technical assistance. So the technical assistance, this technical assistance will be provided by the meetMED team, and we have the feasibility and market studies for a building's construction or renovation project. We have the procurement through the support in the tendering process for recruiting architects and contractor. We have the support in the integration of sustainability practices in the project design, detailed design. We have the support in the implementation, ensuring that best construction or renovation practices are integrated. And we have trainings to project owner project owners, financial intermediaries, contractors, to sustain integrated measures in the O&M phase. So, and how does the investment grant works? So the investment grant, we can see on the left, this green cube or rectangle is the business as usual project. This is the cost of business as usual. We can see in pointillé the extra cost generated by energy efficiency measures. And we can see in blue, it's a consequent, let's say, an important part of the extra cost for a sustainable building that will be financed by meetMED. So the cost coverage goes as follows in this table. In order to be eligible, at least a 30% improvement on the energy performance of the building is needed. And starting from 30%, meetMED will contribute to energy efficiency over costs up to 50%. And it goes on until you reach more than 45% of improvement of energy performance. And in that case, meetMED will finance 80% of the extra cost, which is considerable. So why are we talking about meetMED? meetMED in the meetMED event. meetMED works in synergy with the meetMED project. We can see that meetMED is an investment facility. It supports large-scale construction project, and the large scale is sadly a key word. The project preparation and design, the project investment and funding. On the other side, in meetMED, we focus on policies and capacity for the building transition. We target sectoral investment frameworks, public policies, capacity building, and knowledge. So this is the slide I was referring to earlier. It's quite an important slide. Just to mention that the target countries have very nascent markets, let's say, in terms of sustainable building markets. We don't have the same kind of products that are available on European markets, for example. We don't have the engineers don't have the same kind of knowledge. We also, even the solutions that are proposed and the product that arrive are not quite fit to our environment yet. And the European Union has expressed the will to help energy transition in the region, in the Mediterranean region. This is where our target countries are, and therefore are open to finance projects in the region. However, in order to get returns from their investments, we need to help the countries move to emerging markets and functioning markets, at least, in order to be attractive, let's say, for the funds, for the European funds and international funds, also local funds for sure. So this is where we enter as meetMED. We work on incentive schemes in terms of, and technical assistance, etc., policy reforms and regulatory sector. And hopefully, in the next few years, meetMED will be able, as well as other financing mechanisms, will be able to thrive in our region. So very quickly, in meetMED, we also organize MED SEI forums, which are national roundtables bringing together banks, financing partners, public authorities, and all stakeholders involved in delivering investments in sustainable energy. So we aim at facilitating the dialogues between banks, financial partners, institutions, and public and private operators, as well as building professionals, which is not always an easy task because people don't always speak the same language, let's say. So we also aim at improving the availability, conditions, and procedures for accessing and promoting the visibility of existing funds. So we also are willing to identify 10 potential projects for business models as business models in our project, and hopefully we'll be able to have meetMED on board. We will see. Let's move on. And finally, we are developing new trading models. We are developing new trading models aimed at building professionals, also to familiarize them with sustainable building. And this is in development with the team at meetMED. So this is for meetMED and meetMED. How does meetMED application process work? Financing request has to be sent to the AFD country office because the project of meetMED, also it's financed by the GCF, the European Union, the Ministry of Transition Écologique in France, the German counterpart, which I forgot its name. So it has many donors, let's say, but the main team is at AFD, which are in charge of the project. So the request should be sent to AFD. They will mobilize technical expertise, verify the project eligibility, go through due diligence and appraisal process, formalization of financing agreement, and then hopefully implementation. So I will not go through all the eligibility criteria today. However, it's important to note that the project has to go in relevance to the development goals of the country. Usually, we are aiming at large-scale projects, so it's important. It's important to have the authorities on board. It's also important to note that if it's a private project, the pro-parco counterparty of AFD, counterbody of AFD, will be involved. The minimum loan should be from 10 to 15 million euro. The same goes for pro-parco. What can we say also? Of course, the project must be located in one of the target country: Algeria, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Morocco, Palestine, and Tunisia. meetMED will be conditional on compliance with AFD eligible criteria. The minimum of 30% improvement in energy performance of the building is necessary. And it's available for all type of constructions, large-scale housing, public buildings, hospitals, universities, schools, courthouse, and commercial buildings, etc. So it's also available for new construction and renovation. And I think that that's it. That's the only criteria that I want to highlight for now, because I don't have much time. It's not about the PIB. It's just to show one example of the financing mechanisms that you will find on the platform. So thank you very much for your attention, and have a great session. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ryan, for this fruitful presentation. And quickly we'll move to Mahek Ahia on the session, the training session, how to use the online financing navigator. Mahek is a team, a business analyst in Wishtree consulting firm. This firm was responsible for conducting and developing the meetMED Finance Navigator, and actually they are do their work in a short time, and they are very professional, and they are they are give a lot of efforts to conclude all of these project and peak project in the short time. So Mahek, the floor is yours, and you can just, if you need to share your screen, please feel free.
Thank you for the introduction first. Let me share my screen. Let me know once my screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this is the website that we have created for meetMED Finance Navigator. So this is the landing page. Once any end user will hit this URL, they will redirect to this landing page where we can see on the very top first, we can see our LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter logo. And once we go down, we will have our meetMED logo with all the main menus, which will definitely show the purpose, like for about as meetMED Finance Navigator, meetMED 2 finance partners and sponsors, then finance provider database, which will have finance provider database programs and green fund database programs, then energy efficiency basis, which will have all the static data describing why green finance, various financing mechanisms, characteristics of green finance, getting ready for financing, typical step for financing, and FAQs. Then we have info centers, which are dynamic pages for like media corner, knowledge hub, success stories, and event calendars. And then we have contact us. We will see each of them one by one. First, let's see the landing page. Landing page will have 4 carousel images, which each specifically leads to an detail page. Like if we click on this explore now, it will lead us to FAQs, which relies under energy and efficiency finance basis, which will have all the FAQs like what is energy efficiency for building and appliances. So these are the list of all questions and its relevant answers. So I will come to this speech later. So this was about all the carousel images. If you can see, we have this all 5 carousel images over here.
Sorry, Mahek, would you please minimize the screen just to see all the screen, maybe? Just minimize it a little bit.
Okay, is this fine, or should I minimize to around 80? Is this fine?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so these are the carousel images, which as I explained, each image leads to a different page. Once I click on the explore now button, currently it is leading me to energy efficiency finance basis project, finance basic page. So after that, we have 3 pillars. One is for energy efficiency finance basis, which leads users to energy efficiency finance basics first page. Then we have finance program database, which leads users to finance program database page. If I click on this, it will redirect users to this page, financing programs and facilities database. Again, clicking on the logo, going to the home page. We have third pillar is green funds and database, which leads users to green funds and database page. Then again, we have some static information for the meetMED Finance Navigator, which its specific read more button leads to its informative page. This is leading to the about meetMED Finance Navigator page, where all the about information of meetMED Finance Navigator is listed over here. Again, going back to the home page. Clicking on this read more button will take user to meetMED 2 page, where all the information of meetMED 2 is listed. Then we have meetMED Finance Navigator statistics. This all statistics is displaying like number of countries we are having for the programs, like number of active funds in the database, number of active financing programs in the database, number of applications forwarded to financial institutes, and number of success stories. So these are the statistics of our current data, which is coming dynamically. If let's suppose we are adding one more success stories to our program, then it will become 7 to 6. So this all data fetching from dynamic aspects. Then we have discovered the best financing option in our country, which lists all 8 countries with its logo, like Algeria, Egypt, Jordan, and clicking on a specific country. If I click on the Algeria, it will navigate me to the financing program facilities database, where if you can see in the country search section or filter section, Algeria is selected, and this is only going to show me the results of program of Algeria only. If you can see, it's showing the 2 results which Algeria country will have. So this is how user directly can switch to country's logo to finance program database with their specific choice of country. It applies to all the countries. Then we have success stories. So currently this 3 success stories is coming from the info center success stories pages. This is currently fetching top 3 success stories over here on the home page. And if we can click on the see all success stories, it will navigate us to this main success story page. Then we have our partners sliding carousel logos, which will have all the logos to all the partners, and clicking on any specific partner, it will redirect us to their corresponding website like this. And if we click on the see all partners, it will redirect us to partners and sponsors page, which will have in about. If I click on the see all partners, it will redirect me to partners and sponsors page, where all partners are listed like this with its short description and on hover effect with its large description like this. So that was about home page. And if we can scroll a bit, we have footer, where we have again meetMED logo with some short description, some quick links like about, finance provider database, energy efficiency, and info center, which all are of course listed over here as well. It is listed over here in the quick link sections. Then we have social links, as we have listed over here as above foot header. Same way we have in our footer. Then we have subscribe to newsletter. If someone wants to subscribe to newsletter, they can directly click on the subscribe to newsletter button, and it will redirect users to this form where they can fill up that information like name, first name, last name, email, organization, title, and the sector which they have belongs to. And clicking on the subscribe button, the email goes to respective user for this, like somebody has subscribed for this newsletter, and the process will followed by that particular user. So this was about footer. Then moving to the about page, as we have already seen the 3 layers of about page, but let's still quickly see. This all have informative and static pages like about meetMED Finance Navigator. It's just static pages with the information of relevant data. Then meetMED 2, it has also relevant information regarding meetMED. Then partners and sponsors, as we already have seen this, it will have all the logos of all the partners with its short and large description like this. Then let's come to the main part of meetMED project. It's financing providers database. It has divided into 2 type of programs. One is financing providers database and green fund database. Let's see the finance providers database first. So currently we have 39 results in financing program and facilities database. If you can see the left hand side, these are all the filter criteria by which user can filter out the programs very easily. They can filter out the programs like on the basis of countries, on the basis of status, like the program is in active, completed, on hold, on the preparation stage, or will start. Then we have source of funds. So user can directly click or select the source of funds on the basis of they need the relevant data. Then we have eligible beneficiaries. Then we have financing mechanisms, sectors, project types. So these are technology types, financing providers, technical assistants, and financial intermediaries. This all data, all filters are multi-selected. Let me just quickly show you one of the result, how we can search it down or filter it out. Like I'm selecting the Egypt. So out of 39, 8 results are from Egypt countries, if you can see over here. Then if I go down and selecting the status as active, so if you can see 7 programs are in active state in Egypt country. Then as a source of fund, I'm selecting international finance. If you can see 5 programs are listed as in the source of funds of this 5 programs is international finance. And as a part of eligible beneficiary, let's select the producers. Then as a financing mechanism, green loans. Then as a sector, all sectors, let me just select. And as a project type, let me select green building. So this way we can filter out from all the filters that we have on the left hand side. We can also select multiple things together, like I'm selecting Egypt currently, but I can select Algeria simultaneously. I can select Libya simultaneously. The same way I can select status simultaneously. I want to show programs on the basis of which programs are active as well as which program will start. Also I can see on hold. So these are all multi-selected fields, and the result will come simultaneously. I'm probably not selecting the correct data, that's why it's not only showing the 2 results. But if I'm selecting many things together, it will show the result accordingly. So this way users can use filters, and it will ease them out while selecting any programs with the help of this filter. And clicking on a reset filters, it will just clear out the whole filter thing that you have just checked out before that. Then we have sort by. It will allow you to see the programs in a recent manner or in the oldest manner. You can directly choose the oldest, and the programs will list which was in the oldest manner, like lastest first. So this way we can select this. Then we have pagination on the top, like we can switch to one page to another. One page will have 10 programs listed. So this way we can have, and also in the bottom we have pagination if we are scrolling it at last, and then we have to again go back to some pages, then it will make more sense to have pagination as in bottom as well. So this way we can choose, like switch to one page to another. And of course we can also search by its title or relevant data on the search bar. If you can see, I have searched BP Green Invest, and it is giving me the correct result. If I'm reciting the filter and search any other thing, like I'm searching National Bank, just copy it out and paste it over here. I'm clicking on the enter button. It will give me the correct result on the basis of its title. We can search the functionality. So this is how filter and its relevant pagination or sort by will work. If I am going to a specific program, it will have its logo over here, then its title over here, then all the information like its source of fund, financing mechanism, sectors, project types, technology types, all the relevant data, short description, how to apply, all the relevant data will be listed like this. Then also we can have website on the right hand side and country mentioned in the right hand side. We can directly download its PDF by option of download PDF. And if I can click on of this PDF, you can see all the data which I have seen on this page will came as a table view over here, and I can directly have all data handy as a PDF from this functionality. Then I have search scan functionality as well. I can take my phone and scan this, and it is also giving me this specific result. Then we have form at the bottom where we have to give our name, phone number, email, organization name, and the message that we have want to send to this specific facility or this specific program person. And clicking on the submit button, it will goes to relevant program or organization. The mail will go to that particular organization. So this way inner page of any program will look like. So switching to the green funds database, green funds is same as finance providers. The only difference between both of them, which I can see, this is about filters. We have 3 filters over here, which is for country, status, and source of funds. Over here as well, it is all multi-select. I can simultaneously select Egypt, Jordan, Libya, and basis of that the result is changing. If you can see, it's currently 13 result is coming. Then status, if I can say only active status, the filter will adjust accordingly. And the source of funds, I can say only national funds will be there, so filter will adjust accordingly. And if there is no data to that selected items, it will display no data found. Let me just display that as well. If no data is selected on no data is there on your filtered criteria, then no result found message will be there. So this way how we can use the filters in green fund as well. Also we have sort over here, which will list oldest data first if you want to reverse it. Then we have pagination, just like we have in the finance programs. Like this. Same, if we go to the green funds detail page, it will have its logo, name, the source of funds, status, country, the short description, and the download with PDF option, just like we have in the finance mechanism. So this was about green fund. Again, in green fund we have the same search functionality. If I can take any of this, like this is a title, and paste it over here. So we will have the accurate result and the basis of title. So this way, this whole functionality will work for the finance providers database. I hope it's clear. So next we have is energy efficiency finance basis. This all pages are static pages which will have the information of relevant data like why green finance. It will describe the wide green finance like usage with the graph like this. Then we have various financing mechanisms, which will list various financing mechanisms like this. Characteristics of green finance. So it will have all the characteristics of green finance. Then we have getting ready for financing. It will have all the steps of getting ready and with the graph, or what we can say the roadmap. Then we have typical steps of financing. All steps are mentioned over here. And the FAQs page, which will have all the questions and its relevant answers listed over here like this. So next we have is info center. Info center have 4 this values. Let's see first media corner. So media corner page will have key documents, news, photos and videos. So key documents will also have its self page, which will list all the key documents like this, and clicking on its download button, it will download the key document attached to this particular uh, title. If you can see, I have downloaded the page like this. So this way the key document will work. Then going back, we have news, where all the news title will be displayed over here, and clicking on this arrow button, it will redirect us to third-party URLs. Currently the page is not found, I guess, but if the relevant or correct link is attached like this, it will redirect you to that particular news page, if you can see over here. So this when news is listed. Then we have photos and videos gallery coming from the Flickr, but if you can click on the see more, we will have the all YouTube videos and all the photos like this. So this is how media corner page is listed. Then we will have knowledge hub, where all the documents are attached with its title, short description, issued by, and date this as a description to this document. And clicking on any document will redirect us to attached document with that specific like this. So this is how Knowledge Hub will list all the documents. Then we will have success stories. This is the list view of success story, which will have its title, picture image, and short description. If we like this, and if we click on this arrow, it will redirect us to its inner page, where we have the long description or whole description of that success story, with its project owner, location, investment size detail, or financial impact, all the details including in this specific page. So this is how success story pages will look like. Then we will have event calendar. So event calendar will have two kind of view. One is list view, and we have month view as well. List view will have all the events as in list page, while month view have all the events. Let me just change the date so that we can see like this. Like the calendar we are using, like Google Calendar or Microsoft Calendar, we will have this kind of calendar view over here, and the event which is on that specific day or date, it will display like this, and on clicking on of this event, it will redirect you to that specific event page like this, where you will have all the detailed description of that specific event like this. And from the bottom itself, you can switch to one event to second event like this. So every time you don't have to go back and select any specific event, you can directly switch or toggle to one event to second event. So this was about event. Then we have contact us. Contact us will, if any users will have any kind of queries, they can directly submit it by entering their name, phone number, email, organization name, subject, and the message they wanted to say, and clicking on the submit button, the respective person will receive the email. So yes, this was about the whole main menus. Then we have feature as chatbot. If we can click on this, let me just say hi, and it will have all the list, like what you want, FAQ, site search, or you can leave the number, they will contact you, or you can send the email directly from this. Let's just click on the FAQ. So FAQ will list all the FAQs which was entered from the backend. That similar FAQs will be displayed over here. Clicking on any FAQ, it will give the corresponding answer to that question. Then let's say site search. So if I clicking on the site search, they will help me to, like, if I am saying, let me just feed him some data. Can you find the Algeria programs page? That's what I'm asking. So he can direct me to finance program and facilitate database. If you can see, and clicking on of this, it will directly lead me to finance programs and facilitate database. So this way, if you feed him the correct data or ask the correct questions, he can directly give you the path where your data is realized to, or we can have site search, or we can have FAQs, and chatbot will help you to ease your work or to ease your search. So this way the chatbot is working. So yes, this was all about the meetMED site. Any other questions, or do I have to include or add anything?
If there is any question, please type it in the chat box. Maybe you have 2 to 3 minutes just to conclude if there is any question about how to use the Finance Navigator. Thank you, Mahek, for your intensive presentation. And till we receive any question, I would like to also mention that this tool, Finance Navigator tool, is dedicated for for anyone, maybe researcher, work in financial sector and engineering sector. So you can see this contain a lot of data, just introduction for financing methodologies, financing terminologies also, and how can anyone, if we assume that I'm a person, I don't have any kind of information about fundings and financial facilities, you can search or go to the meetMED Finance Navigator and learn about the lesson learned and success stories and financial terms. And you can also search directly if you are living in one of these 8 countries. You can go directly to your country and search for available funds and financial mechanisms. So this is the main goal of this tool. And and for this reason, we have 6 tabs: about and financial providers, energy efficiency basics, and info center, and also contact us, just to make update and to receive any feedback also from the affiliated agencies or from the countries to develop the platform in the upcoming future. So till now, I think, Asma, we didn't receive any question. That means everything is clear about how to search or explore the web tool. And okay. Finally, we okay. I think somebody's typing. Okay. The final, I would like to thank all of you for your attendees. Also, let me thank all the team who's worked on creating and the accomplishment of this big project. Dr. Majid Mahmoud, my colleague Muhammad Sadiq, my colleague Asma Ahmed, Fatoma Hanini, also from Ecomuse project, Ecomuse Consulting, Celine Inal. She is do a great job with Yasmin Somonoko. And from Millionaire part, my colleague Rian Murtada, Federica, and Agat. And from Wishtree web developer consulting firm, Mahek, Nilma, Amit, and all of colleagues. Excuse me if I miss any of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And I'm inviting all the affiliated agencies and our audience to circulate this website with the relevant network, and we can work hand in hand to work on any kind of improvement of this web tool, and any updated funds in the region we can also include in the fund. Also, I would like to mention that this project, the meetMED project, will be finalized by 2025, and hopefully this web tool will be continue working just to support the researcher and project owners, investors, and other engineers work in this field on energy efficiency in building and appliances on how to access finance. And hopefully this work spread in this country, and maybe also exclude maybe in the future to include further countries under the partnership and work with the Millionaire and EU. Thank you very much all for your attendees, and see you in near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Agat.
everyone.
Bye-bye.